Any filmmaker who says they finished their film on their own is a dirty, filthy liar. They had producers, shareholders, muses, friends, influencers, lovers, crew, editors, cast members, helpers, volunteers, and assistants.
Get up! Come on, get up!
Why?
Come on! It's time to get up.
What time is it?
It's 7:30 a.m.
You woke me up in the morning? Why?
I already let you sleep an hour and a half later than you deserve. Come on.
No, I don't want to.
No, get up! Out!
Fine.
Yep. None of them would have done anything without an assistant. And I couldn't be happier about it.
Drink it.
Hold on. This isn't Roman cornflakes. What are you playing at?
I'm getting paid a lot of money by your publicist to regain your creativity. Now the first step is to get your life back on track and get your creative juices flowing again.
But Roman cornflakes is my creative juices.
And how's that working out for you?
Alright, fair enough. What is this?
It's apple juice, carrots, garlic, raw eggs, and fur from a Lucky Rabbit's foods. I got it from a health website that says it boosts creativity.
And you believe this?
I believe you need all the help you can get. Now drink it.
Okay. Bottoms up. Okay, let's go.
Let's go where?
To the hospital, please.
Once we got back from the hospital, we get to start writing on a script. His publicist asked us for something short, sweet, and simple to start off. She actually wrote swacking, lit femme, and sick F. But I got the point. Any ideas yet?
I don't have nothing. I have that one line from the last unfinished script I had.
Oh, and what line is that?
When Bay is fit or woke, that means woke is...
Oh, you finally got your words, but woke is what?
I don't know. That's the problem. There's no punchline there.
Listen, try not to focus on it much. Try starting from scratch. Remember, just a short and simple script to get you started.
Okay, short and simple.
Good. Let me see. I'm bored and I have no ideas. But you haven't even tried yet.
That's not true. I was trying. If I wasn't trying, I wouldn't have put apostrophe in I'm.
Listen, I'm going to make a phone call. So by the time I get back, I expect a finished script. If there is no finished script, there will be consequences. I don't actually have a phone call. I just remember when the time when I was studying to become a nurse. The doctors would test their skills on actual patients. They would hand us the tools and say, if you do not do everything perfectly, this man will die. And you have to tell their family. The intense pressure they put on us means we never fail the test. Except one.
Am I scared of assistant? Well, I'd be lying if I said no. She reminds me of a mousy chef who recently got divorced and lost her children in a breakup, and she punched me in the face that one time at that restaurant, which definitely didn't happen. That's just an example.
The monitors were beeping. The other nurses didn't know what to do. So I took a scalpel and made one desperate incision. The monitor stopped beeping. We failed the test. The patient's wife She took it quite well. After all, she knew the ending was near. But the children, his children, their eyes looking up at me, their little faces full of hope. And I had to destroy that hope.
Come on. All I need is a story that's both tear-jerking and emotional, yet dark and brooding at the same time. How hard could it be?
Every time I woke up, I can hear the monitor give one last beep. The smell of the latex as I removed the gloves from my trembling hands. Seeing the wide eyes of his children. And I think that I technically killed a man. Yes, I know his heart was failing, but I made the choice to end his life. I killed a man. And I don't regret what had happened.
Where would you even find a story like that? How does that even happen in someone's mind? I don't get it. I don't know, just... Sometimes I feel like I'm, lost in space. Hold on.
Sorry about that. What was your question? You're doing it. You're writing.
Yeah. It's really easy. Apparently.
Maybe it was the smoothie after all.
We both know that's not true.
Well, what did it?
The pressure you put on me. I was so stressed about making a good, proper script that I started thinking about how the others do it. And then I felt lost in the vast emptiness that is creativity. So that's got me thinking. Lost in space. And aliens. And space battles. And 4D.
Well, may I read it?
Read it, please. You don't read this script. It takes you on an experience.
Okay, save it for the publicist. Move over.
My thoughts on the script? I think it's the greatest thing that I've ever written. My magnum opus. It was like my brain, my mind, and my hands were all working in tandem with the keyboard in a great symphony of creativity. If assistant doesn't like it, then I'm afraid I'm going to have her fired again.
Wow. It's full of ideas.
Yes.
There's an entire part on page 3 that requires the audience to wear VR.
Also yes.
Are real-life holograms even a thing?
Well, movie release says 2020, so we have time to figure out that technology.
Okay. I have a few problems with this script.
Problems?
First of all, the script is supposed to be 12 pages long.
Yes.
Your script is over 600 pages long.
Also yes.
This script is impossible to make.
I don't understand the problem.
Listen, I'm glad you're being creative, Rob, but this script is mostly gibberish. The parts that make sense are literally impossible to create.
I don't understand the problem.
There is a part of the script that is entirely presented in smell-o-vision.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I'm sorry, but I can't accept this. This is nonsense. We need creativity. We need a script that makes sense. Make something we can make soon instead of waiting for technology to catch up.
I don't understand. I'm finally creative, and now you're telling me I need to be creative in a more specific way? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? This is proof that I'm out of my slump. I wrote something. I did it.
You wrote the word vomit, including the parts of the script where it looks like you actually vomited on a script board. This script is the raving of a madman. It's not you.
Well then, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you're fired.
You don't have the authority to fire anybody. I work for your boss.
Well, I suppose I could pull some strings and get my boss to unfire you, but I don't like your chances.
Listen, I'm gonna go home and sleep. We can try this again tomorrow. don't feel too bad. For your first attempt, it was
Good?
Nah, trying to find a polite word for mediocre.
Well, thanks for being polite about it, I guess. Scene 3. The empty vacuum of space. No CGI, the real vacuum of space. Our protagonist, Captain Jarkin Thomas Macmillan Freely Smith, floats adrift the frozen tundra of the actual rings of Saturn. Writer's note, Saturn smells like freshly laid gravel, just so that we know that for the smell-o-vision, which is non-negotiable. Anyway, he floats adrift in space and shouts into the void, when Bay is finna woke, that means Bay is... His sentence is cut off by the approaching spaceship, which is the colour of love and as large as time itself. It shouts back, "What? I didn't hear you." Yeah, this is gibberish. Weirdly enough, I blacked out for like 300 pages of this script and kept writing all the way through that, so most of this is new to me. That's probably medically unsafe, right? Do you guys know a good nurse?
I wasted my time making that juice. I had to kill a rabbit. I can put his legs off. Don't treat it that rabbit die in vain.
Ah, that got me. That got me really good. I don't know why. Cool, I'm over with that one.
Yeah, I'm happy with that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looks fun.
That'll definitely be the end card.